Hello everybody and welcome to another city building video. We haven't done one in a while and that's because we've been caught up in some amazing streams, some awesome just like live content, and it's just been really fun. So we've made a lot of progress. For those of you that haven't seen the streams, I'll give a little overview of what we've done over here. We've done a lot of work over in the other part of the city, but yeah, we're over by the arcade at the moment, and for the streams we hadn't built out that way much more, but now that's where we're going to be building on. Alright, so we've had a good 3 or 4 streams since the last episode, episode 46, and in that we kind of expanded out into a new location. This is like a downtown area, so it's kind of more of smaller buildings. Anyway, we made this bridge which connects like 2 islands pretty much, and this is what we're going for at the moment. It's kind of like a old American feel to it, so there's a lot of older style, you know, that quite classic traditional building feel. I mean, I'm not too keen on this one. I think the red doesn't really fit in, but I got some stuff to change up. The rest of them are quite good. I quite like that one and that one there, and we also built quite a bit of this area in a live stream. So yeah, we go all the way along here, and we started on this side of the block as well. And this is my favourite building, and it's got quite that 1950s style like theme to it. Like what with the checked bit, and all the kind of fancy looking windows and all sorts. So yeah, we're going to be building kind of another one like this. Probably a little different. I haven't really thought about how we're going to do it in terms of style, but I want to build something a lot like this. So it's not anything too big of a scale today, so no skyscrapers today, but we'll be doing this old style shop. Okay, well, I'm thinking about doing it on the corner here, so let me just quickly expand the road a little bit. Okay, this gives us a little bit of space to build. I think we'll do this kind of corner style building. I always like corner buildings. I think they always look a little bit better than just the flat face ones, which are just in between the corner buildings anyway. We didn't build a corner one here because it just didn't like line up right. We didn't think we should have very small corner buildings, so we had this kind of gap and this like big advertisement billboard thing put up. So I'll probably like put a tree in or just something so it doesn't look so plain. But anyway, let's get on with the build. Okay, for this one we don't want it obviously to be the exact same style as things before, so we're gonna have to find something which we haven't used. So I'm thinking either quartz, but then like quartz might look a bit too, you know, too neat, too tidy, too expensive to be like going up the sides of buildings. So maybe just this normal stone will be absolutely fine. And anyway, so it's on a corner, so we'll want the door on a corner as well. And I think maybe we should go over sandstone for the bottom floor. Let's just start off by making a little doorway here, because I always feel like these 1950s style restaurants and stuff, like they can have these big like cool revolving doors in the corner. However, these ones aren't going to be revolving, so that is kind of the opposite to what we want there. So if we try that, hold on, no, this is kind of hard to make it all link up. Right, let's see if we can get this doorway the other way. I can't seem to get this to go right. Okay, so we need that to be on the other side. There you go, so like that and like that. That should then give a nice corner door. That is absolutely fine. Then we just want to whack a pressure plate down, so when you walk up it opens very simply, and there we go. Same for when it closes. Alright, so there's your corner door sorted. I'm going to swap that over. I'm going to have this like that. A lot of like the older style themes have this checked kind of design going on. So it's good that we can incorporate that. Let's also have these either side, just to give that kind of, it's a solid stop between the patterns. We're also going to need to have some fairly decent sized windows, but let's fill in the bottom here with a couple of areas for windows. So we'll have 2 sets like that. Do another one here. There you go. Also, if you can hear any background noise, I've got my window open because it's like there's a bit of a heat wave in England at the moment. Anyway, so we got that, and then we want to have the kind of pillars going up. I'm not entirely sure what I should use for these. Let's see. I suppose, since we're probably not going to use it on the rest of the build, we can use just normal bricks. That kind of works with those colours as well. I think it looks quite nice. So we'll just use these bricks as pillars, which I wouldn't usually recommend as like a pillar block, but I think it may work this time with this design. I'll just put the exact same thing. In fact, no, we won't put the same thing for the top. We'll integrate the quartz here, and we can have the quartz as all the window ledges, a bit like here. We've done those window ledges there, so it can look a little bit similar, I suppose, or it will do. But they are quite a nice colour combination. This kind of reddish brown, which you get with blocks like that, and with the clay, or the terracotta they call it now. Yeah, it gives quite a nice colour. The white, the grey, it all blends in really well. Not sure how I should do this. We want it to have that retro kind of feel. I mean, is that going to give it off? I think that actually looks quite nice. Let me just see the alternative, which would be like that, and then swap that round. Oh, they do both look quite nice. I think I prefer this one because it adds a little bit more depth into it. Right, and what we'll do as well, we'll just grab some sandstone, bring that around there, and then we'll have this as almost like a diner. So I didn't really figure out what I wanted the actual establishment to be, but we'll have that kind of red and white checked feel to it. So I think that gives an alright look to it there. Obviously it will look a lot better when we've got all the sides filled in. So we'll go like that, go like that, do it on this side as well. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to cover this up by just going use a 2 block gap there. Right, that should be good, and we can literally do this very, very simply. We'll use, we'll go up with the same thing like this. So we keep with that theme, the same kind of pillars, because we want it to look aesthetically pleasing from the inside as well, not just the outside, which is a thing I kind of went wrong with a lot of the builds in the past. I kind of cared more about the outside. Obviously I do still care more about the outside, but especially, you know, when you are going to be giving these away to people and stuff to set up their little businesses in, then we want them to look okay on the inside too. I'm just going to fill it up with this terracotta block as well, because it's got a similar kind of colour scheme to the bricks in a way, and it just blends in quite nicely. And then the top, just use a full block of quartz there, because it doesn't really matter about too much detail on those sides. Right, okay, that's good. And we'll go and use some red and some white for these. Go like that. It's a very basic checked design here, checkered design, like that. It should give that nice 1950s diner feel to it. It's going to be quite a cozy little business. As you can see, it's not too much room, but I kind of like that. Kind of like the small enclosed vibe of this building already. It's nice. Right, there we go, like that. And as you can see, both the windows are done kind of in reverse to each other. So as you can see, the white's going around the outside there, now the white's the centre bit, so it just makes it look a little bit different. Alright, that's okay. I might actually go ahead and change that, because rather than it looking too much like a target, I'm going to have the top one just normal and just see if that actually helps the design a little. I think that does actually, rather than having it look like this kind of bullseye target on the window. This kind of helps with that design. Yeah, that looks a lot better, I think. Okay, now we're going to want to build up higher. So, as you can see with these, we've got kind of the separators. So we'll go ahead and do that again. We'll do the same thing. I mean, we shouldn't repeat the same design when they're so close together, but I really do like this design which I kind of came up with. So it looks like the checks are a lot smaller, sorry. So we'll do a similar kind of thing. So we'll go with, we need a red block and a white block pretty much. So we'll use red concrete and white concrete, that's absolutely fine. So we'll just alternate between them here. We'll leave out that bit there, just because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. There you go, we just want to have 2 layers of the checkered blocks here. So they go across like that, and again on top, and then we're going to have half slabs on the top and the bottom, so it looks a lot smaller. We'll use quartz slabs and stone brick, so it stays with this kind of feel, links with the design still, so like that. And again on the top, so you only see the middle section. It looks like the checks are a lot closer together. I quite like that already. Okay, so I'll do the same here and on the top. And yeah, it's quite nice. It adds in like quite intricate detail when you can only see a small section of it, because it kind of looks like they're half slabs or something making that design. Right, I like that. Does look like a restaurant quite a bit. I'll tell you what, we'll get that white concrete back a second, and we'll just fill this in plain. So if we want to add a sign or something in there eventually, then we can go for that. In fact, we'll just put a little design like that. So that's where a logo or a shop name or something can go. So we want to go ahead and start building up the corners here. So I did quite like that brick design, but I have a feeling we're probably best not to copy it, because then it is going to end up looking a lot like that. So we'll go along with the stone brick theme. So let's just put stone behind this for the time being so we can build off it. And we're literally going to go like that, and then oops, like that. Pretty much every other block changes, so it's like one up, one down, one up, one upwards facing, one down, so like that. Then we can go through and add all those ones, and it gives good 3D border effect. We'll leave it at that height just for the time being. That's probably roughly how high the building's going to be, because it's quite a thin building. We don't want it going too tall so it looks just out of proportion. So we might even go a little bit smaller than that. So let's just keep going up with this design. It's kind of a difficult one, because you're likely to make some mistakes like that, because there's a lot of awkward like placing of blocks and stuff. But there you go, that should be that should be done there. That's fine. We'll do it here as well. And I was tempted to just get rid of that one, but we'll have to see. Well, like, I might have the center ones together, but well, it just depends on what the design looks like when it's finished. So let's just carry on this and get these borders done. Okay, so there the borders done. I'm still wondering whether I should keep the centre ones there, or whether I should do something. I'll just carry on with the design. I can always change it later on. So we want to then add in the window designs and everything. So let's just see what we've got to work with here. Okay, so that gives us a nice area to add in like 2 windows next to each other. So that's really good. It's going to help us out a bit. Right, we're going to want to set this back as well. So I'll set that back one. And I suppose we can cover this up with something very simple. Just like that, just so you don't see that design, that checkered design exposed. So yeah, we're going to build up the windows now, and I'm not entirely sure what colour scheme we want to go with. I think we'll go with something quite easy. I mean, that's what we went with that last build. The white terracotta looks okay. Yeah, we'll use the white terracotta then. That should be fine. We can still use some of the brickwork here and there. Okay, so let's use that. I'll leave 3 blocks. It'll be a 2x3 window. So go like that, and then we want to have this little awning going across the top. Fill in the windows now. It should be such a basic window design, but it looks so good because it's 3D, adds in design, adds in depth. It should be quite nice. There we go. Alright, that's fantastic. Then we'll go across with, say, this. I'm making this up as I'm going along, so if we do make mistakes, you have to bear with me whilst I try and find a solution. Yeah, that should be fine then to add in another layer. So let's just go 3 more up, go across like that, add in the little overhang bit. There we go, and then we can just fill this in. Wait, hold on a minute. That's done wrong, isn't it? Yep, okay, right, my bad. That's got to be filled in like that. And there we go, that should be that. Let's take a look back. Make sure everything's going well. Seems to be alright. What we can do as well, every now and then, we can add in kind of separated parts. Maybe something like that. That might be a bit too much for the design. Even just a simple like bar going across can really help out. Okay, but also let's work on this bit here, because obviously if we do that one it's exactly the same as that. So let's go ahead and see what designs we can put in here. So we'll just go like that. We can probably just get away with doing something really simple, but we still want it to look effective, so whether I want to add in some kind of curved windows on the side or not, I'm not too sure. It is a difficult one. But that's what it looks like plain. Now, do I want to... Yeah, I think what I want to do really is go like this. I don't know, there's something telling me these two aren't really needed. I mean, they would be needed if it was just a normal building, but since this one's on the corner, it doesn't really need that added design to it. So let's see, if we just fill this in with kind of the pattern we've already got here, it might blend in okay, or we might have to do some little bit of work to it. Let's just say we bring this around and fill this in with that same thing. So we'll just go from here, get rid of that one. Let's take a look from the corner. Right, I think we may be able to get away with leaving it, although it's an annoying thing with this. We could probably do with bringing this out one. So if we go like that, and then have this one, just so there's not as much of a gap here toward the centre. We'll just have that there. Just basically shifting the windows over. There you go. That gives us much better spacing everything looks a lot nicer. In fact, I did that one wrong, so that's got to go like that. That's got to go like that. That's there, that's there. That's got to be there. Yeah, there's a lot of tweaking and stuff when you are building a design. You're not going to get everything 100% right, like every block you place is going to be right. So don't be worried about, you know, changing up designs and stuff. Right, what I'm going to do now is literally just repeat that design on the side here. Okay, what I've done is actually added in, rather than just that plain line going across, I've literally just put stairs, half slab, and then the top of half slab. So it gives this kind of bit like a barrier, like say you'd have it on top of a balcony or something. It kind of looks like that kind of railing type thing. But I think it looks quite effective so far. And I tell you what, do we need to have some kind of thing in the center here? So I'm talking about, say if we went, this is really difficult, so maybe if we went like this every other block, I don't know, feels like there should be not an actual like pillar in the center, but just something to add. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see if we fill this in so it actually does alternate between two things. Will that work, or will that just look a bit rubbishy? Honestly, I think that works. I don't know. It's up to you guys, really. Let me know in the comments right now. Does that corner border work, or nah? I don't know. I might change it later on. Who knows? I can always put this running down the center if I did need to make things look a bit more centered, but it does give away that it doesn't have that same corner building effect if it's not as curved on the outside. Anyway, we're drawing to the end of this build now, so we pretty much just want to well, knock the top of that one off and that one, and we're literally just gonna have let's do the same thing. So in fact, we'll go like that. Let's quickly add in a layer to build off, but we're going to do that same separator, and we're going to have an overhang to the roof, and let's leave it a gap there, just so not everything's all clumped up. Right, we need to swap that out, and we'll just go pretty much just repeat. Okay, so we've just added that little corner bit on there. This adds a little bit more detail. And pretty much all we're going to do is add a little bit of a white topper to it, so like that. And we'll do that, but let's just level this out so we've got something nice to work with. So there we go, we got that. It's all flat now. All we got to do is add on a white top to it. So there we go, we'll get 3 blocks. That is all that we should need. Let's just go ahead and let's just go ahead and fill this in, so you don't see through it, and then we can get rid of that. There you go, we can get all this place down and build off that. So that's already started off that kind of concept of the white roof. We'll go up another layer, so you have to build off it, and we'll just go, will it work if we alternate? Don't know if it actually does link up. That's very handy. It's always handy when things do link up nicely. Right, okay, so that's that, and we'll go like this, I think. We'll see what that looks like. I'll just keep changing it, tweaking it till it does actually suit the build. Alright, that needs to come out, so we'll go like that. It should then look fine. I think it looks okay. I quite like it. You have to let me know in the comments what you think. Just gonna add in even more like little bits of detail here and there. Right, yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this build, and any things I should change. I mean, obviously you could get rid of the center parts and have it just more open, but it's totally up to you. You can change this as much as you'd like. But there you go, there's my kind of 1950s styled diner cafe. I've just pretty much got to build up the rest of the sides, fill in the floors, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, or it was helpful in any way, go ahead and smash that like button. It's a really great way of you showing your support. If you'd like to see more of these in the future, make sure to subscribe. We also do lots of open live streams and stuff where you can get involved and you can be on the live streams with me. So if you want to get in on those, make sure you turn the channel notifications on as well, because it's just an easier way of you being able to see as soon as we're live, because the quicker you join, the more likely you can get in. But until next time, people, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see ya in the next one.